Good morning again, and welcome back to Daryllorette Cafe. I'm your host, Daryllorette. Got a little phlegm there. Anyway, I'm just going to take a break now. I just finished doing a whack of blogging, and I actually even created a new blog called All the Other Stuff. So essentially, whatever I can't blog in my other blogs, I'm blogging in that blog. Because I wind up logging on a lot. I wind up logging on a lot of news feeds that are interesting, and I want to read them, but they're either the title's too long or it's too short, so I don't want to blog it because I'm trying to work with a certain format. So I created this new blog so that I wouldn't have to care about how long or short the title is. The only problem is the fact that if there's too much text, I don't want to blog a lot of text. I just want to read 3 or 4 lines of text and no more, just to get the gist of the story, because I'm reading a lot of news and I'm keeping track of a lot of stuff that's going on in the world. So I don't want to hear the whole story. I just want to get to just the facts. So anyway, with that in mind, I shall get busy and eat these sardines here because I'm getting hungry. I got a comment on one of my, actually it was on the last video I made about my eating while I'm talking, and the fact that I smack a lot. And he was saying something about he was just having a talk with his 3-year-old about that very same problem. And I thought to myself, I had an uncle who once complained about my smacking when I was a kid. Of course, at the time I was about probably 10. And I think the only reason I do it is because I have a deviated septum and I can't breathe out of my nose very well. And I'm not paying any doctor for plastic surgery, so que sera, sera. So if you don't like my smacking and you don't like me eating while I'm talking, this is the whole point. This is like a soup kitchen. There are no manners here. Just come as you are. Anyway, so I logged on to the guy's YouTube channel, and it was kind of like a barren desert. You had nothing there. So I blocked him. So, warning to you, if you're going to leave negative comments, if you're going to be a negative Nelly and criticize what I say and what I do on these videos, then prepare to be blocked, because that's what I'm going to do. So I'm not going to put up with anybody leaving silly and stupid and immature comments on my videos. I'm not making these for you, I'm making them for myself. If you want to come along for the ride, that's up to you. But, that's pretty much the bottom line. This is not about you, it's about me. So if you don't like it, take a hike. I mean, if you were writing a journal, would you share it with other people and ask their opinion? Oh, what do you think of my journal? This is what I did today. This is a journal, video journal. If I want to spill coffee on it or food on it, that's up to me. I guess I'm a bit of a slob, what can I say? Anyway, I shouldn't be too hard on myself because nobody's perfect, right? Well, I've been playing more of that video game. I got a little better at it. But again, I ran out of love today and it was game over. I find the best thing when I line up all the monkeys that I can afford to buy, fill up the entire playing field with monkeys and cannons and whatever I can find to try to pop the balloons. And then when I run out of space, I use splotches of glue on the path and spikes. That seems to work if you're quick enough. The problem is you got to be really quick when you're laying down the spikes and the glue patches. You got to be really quick with your mouse because those balloons are coming really quick. And when they go by you, every balloon that goes by you, you get points deducted from your love. And when you run out of love, it's game over. So, you know, it can get pretty challenging. Oh yeah, another thing this guy mentioned in his comment, I guess he likes to stereotype Canadians, and he suggested or mentioned that, I don't know if he is a Canadian himself or wherever the hell he's from, but he mentioned something like something about Canadians being polite. Well, you know, that may be true compared to the rest of the world, but we're all human beings up here in Canada, and I know a lot of Canadians because I live in Canada, and they're not always polite. You know, if you want to compare yourself, your country and the people in your country with another country and say, well, you know, Canadians are much more polite than people from the United States, that's a load of crap. The only reason Canadians may be more polite is because there's less of us, and you know, we're not so crowded in. Because if we were like the States, if we had the population the States has, we'd be up here killing and murdering one another just the way they are down in the States and anywhere else in the world that's overpopulated and whatnot. Because the more people you cram into a space, the more people are going to get on one another's nerves, under each other's skin, and eventually something's going to happen and things are going to get unpleasant. So anyway, that's my advice for you today, if you want to call that advice. Anyway, I'm out of sardines here, and therefore I shall put some soup on, and I'll spare you my eating soup in front of the computer because it's just too much work. Or actually, it's not too much work, it's just not possible to eat soup in front of a computer. So I can't do it. If I could, I would, but I can't do it. So at least you're spared from that much. So this is Daryl Lorette here at Daryl Lorette Cafe, once again wishing you a good day. We'll see you later on this afternoon, hopefully. Bye for now.